determine a model with a linear equation to determine an unknown quantity of wet diophantic exercises, and a considerable amount of other assignments can be found on the internet. By mathematical modeling, we develop following key competencies in students: capabilities to solve problems, creating a hypothesis, designing a solution of a problem with the sequence of its solution, taking into account different possibilities of solution, proving the hypothesis by real research and activity. I would like to take a liberty here and just add, we are trying to create some sort of an active lesson where the students, where the pupils or students on a high school are actively in the research, they're participating. Second, critical thinking. We're trying to make students actually think about what they study. Creativity, sense of innovation, and resourcefulness. So they will be able to find a way from a difficult situation if they stumble upon such. And there is a nice picture here of a teamwork. So we used a specific set of tools, measuring devices from Fourier's, and we use them to do different types of active research. We'll get to that in a minute. So now, what my mom said about this: classes that implement mathematical modeling motivated us to apply principles of integrated thematic education. Example, looking for links between the information that students learn from physics class and professional subjects, which are then implemented into mathematical context. So when we have a mathematical problem, we're trying to link subjects from a professional sphere and from the sphere of mathematics, because even though the mathematics can stand on its own, with students from vocational school, and Nizhna is a vocational school, really have no possibilities to employ that knowledge thoroughly. So we're trying to apply it rather. So, transformation of problems into mathematical form is based upon an identification of variables that describe a problem and describing the relation between them. The results gathered from the mathematical model must be interpreted back into the real world, where the degree of their correctness and suitability can be judged. Mathematical modeling can encompass different particular activities in the educational process. So again, we are trying to link mathematical education with the real world problems. Here, on the picture you can see the modeling, so with the actual set of tools. And now, what is important to understand about, sorry, I moved it, and now it's going bonkers. Okay. So what is important to understand about mathematical modeling and an education in a modern education of 21st century? Well, the first important thing, teacher has to become a part of a team. It has to be the teacher can't be like two equal. He has to be a coordinator. He has to set a way, simply. And when teacher coordinates the work of students, students actually take over all the responsibility for the work. They add to the research, and they're actively creating the research rather than just studying passively. So teacher is some sort of an ad hoc, some sort of an observer, but not an active participant only in the fact that he gives away, he answers the questions, but he's not really doing